Nasty.
I am.
See? I just said I think she's being nasty because I said I wasn't ready.
But I fed you turkey and ham.
You did, and I took leftovers home.
I know.
And I had leftovers for dinner last night. It was very good.
Okay, so Nathaniel made ham.
Cooked ham.
Cooked ham. And we were doing cleanup. Okay, so I drove you home.
Yep.
Oh, I was gone. They cleaned up.
I can't drive at dark, so.
Yeah. She just wanted full service. Meal, pickup and delivery, just the whole 9 yards. Yeah, and she can't call me mean. But anyways, she called me mean anyways. So yesterday, we went to the fridge. So Belle wanted to take some leftovers for her, because she's house sitting. And I said, well, maybe. And I says, not. And then she's like, well, she says, like, there should be, like, 2 containers. Because, like, when we sat at the table, like, Nathaniel only cut a quarter of the ham. And it was a big ham. And so there should have been lots. But I wasn't there for put away. And then so I went into the fridge yesterday for lunch to have some leftovers. And there's, like, 1 container, not a very big container. And there's, like, 5 pieces of ham in there. And there's no other ham in the fridge. Like, where did the ham go? Like, seriously. And so we're hunting, and I'm like, Ramon goes, well, I had a little bit, but, okay, his idea of a little and everyone else's, but anyways, it still wouldn't have been, like, half a ham. Okay, 3/4 of a ham, because like I said, there was only a couple pieces. Trying to figure out where in the world it went. And then asked Belle, I said, because, like, she wasn't home, so I texted her, I go, did you take a container of ham? She goes, no, because she was just out running a quick errand. Nathaniel didn't have. So we couldn't figure it out. Like, and so I thought, I don't know, maybe when, you took some leftovers, Regina, it's like, well, maybe they took more than I thought, because I'd seen what, and I'm like going, so I knew it. And I'm like, well, it still doesn't add up. So then I was talking to Addie, and because we had taken the boys to go to, like, the arcade thingy here in Surrey. And so apparently, while we were gone, she went upstairs, because we did say Andy could take a little ham for his lunches. Well, she come up and got a container. So she took the big container, which is fine. It wasn't so much that she took it.
It's just she didn't know where it was.
No, well, she took the container down instead of, like, bringing up a little container. She just grabbed that container, and then that. And so, like, yeah, so she took pretty much, like, 3/4 or, like, 90% of what was left over of the ham. And so I said, okay, yeah, Andy can have a little bit, but you got to bring the rest of the ham, because that's all there is. But that's kind of trying to figure out what happened to 3/4 of a ham.
Sometimes we just don't think through what we've done, right?
Well, and it wouldn't have been an issue. It's just, like I said, she took the container thinking that there was another container.
No.
And she took the bigger container. I was like, whatever. So, but yeah.
Well,
it was kind of funny, because everyone wants the ham, because apparently they all like ham better than they do turkey, but I like turkey.
Oh, I'd always pick turkey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, always.
See, and I'm not a ham fan, but Nathaniel, I don't know what he does to that ham, but it's good. It's very good. It doesn't have that hammy taste.
It doesn't have a hammy taste. It tastes like ham.
Well, yeah, but sometimes, like, there's this aftertaste with ham.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah,
and it's just it doesn't have that, and it's actually, you taste ham, but not the hammy taste afterwards.
Hope everyone understood that.
Yeah, I didn't either. So
anyway, just in case you're new. I'm Deborah.
And they're going, what in the world did we stumble on?
That's right. Yeah. Who are these ladies? At least we're getting ladies. I'm Deborah.
I'm Lori. And we're with
is
Tom Sewing. We're in the Surrey location. Then we've got Chilliwack, our country
Burnaby.
folk, and our Burnaby with Masons.
Yes, Masons, yes.
All right.
So, to start off, hi. I hope everyone had a wonderful and happy Thanksgiving, and are thankful for me. I got invited out for dinner. No, I was chauffeured.
Chauffeured, yes.
Yes, she picked me up, brought me home.
Well, you got picked up, you got your nails done.
That's right.
Like, it was the full 9 yards.
Absolutely. It was cool. It was very cool.
I slaved over
And
snow.
I had
She got her nails done.
entertainment because her family is fun.
They are hilarious. And
yes, they are, and food was delicious, so that worked for me.
my stuffing was good.
It was
stuffing.
very good stuffing.
I'm an
yes,
excellent
I should have
stuffing
taken more of that when I went.
Well, if you
but
want more, I got
didn't.
more. I eat it, Ramon eats it, and that's about the extent of
Oh,
it.
well then, yeah, sure. Because you don't want it to go bad.
No.
Give it to me instead of throwing it out.
Oh, yeah, I'll bring you some tomorrow.
Okay, all right.
All right, so a couple of things. So, Stocking Day. Okay, so that is November 21st. It's a Friday. Just if you're new or whatever. So, we collect stockings for the Surrey Christmas Bureau. Chilliwack collects them for the Chilliwack one. And what this is basically, people who are struggling, need that extra help. These are handmade stockings. It really does make a big difference in their lives. And so, and then we do the whole contest and everything else like that. So
and there's a draw.
Contest and all that information is coming. But right now, you need to get started because we're starting to collect them now. Mm-hmm. The last day to drop them off will be Customer Appreciation Day, which we have information on that. And so there are some minimum requirements. They're 12 inches. They need to be made new this year. So no used stockings.
That's right.
They're brand new. They can be quilted, whatever.
They have to be quilted.
So they have to be quilted. But yeah, so it's an opportunity for you to use up a lot of your stash. It doesn't have to just be Christmas fabric. It can be some basics. It can be whatever. It can be creative.
We get some extremely creative donations, and it's just to look at them. It's like somebody put some real thought and care into this, knowing that it was going to add to somebody's day.
And so last year, if you go back and watch some of the weekly doses, we did do an interview last November, I think it was, with the director of the Christmas Bureau, and we talked with her, and so you kind of get an idea where they're going and how much they're appreciated. Like, they so look forward to these every year. And
if you've never been in that position of having to go to a Christmas Bureau, or your name was added to some sort of charity that helps, you don't know what it means for people to receive this thoughtfulness from a complete stranger. There's no interaction. They don't know who made it. They don't know where it came from. They just know that somebody took some time and effort and put themselves into this little gift. You can make a stocking in less than an hour, but it adds so much to somebody else's life.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be super fancy. No. It does. It gives them... Yeah, it gives them a little bit of dignity back.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
It's very hard for some people to, and things are getting tighter. And more and more people are having to rely on those services, not because they want to, but because life is forcing the situation. Yeah. And to know that, that they are still seen as a person. Mm-hmm.
And this is one time, regardless of how proud you are, you're willing to take something from someone for your children's benefit. So something to think about. You've got plenty of time, and I know you got scraps. I don't really keep scraps, and I have scraps. So Stocking Day in Country Folk
it's an opportunity to turn over your stash.
There you go. And then, you have a reason to go
buy new. We got a ton of Christmas stuff.
Absolutely. So Country Folk, it's November the 18th. And here in Surrey, it is November the 21st. Okay. So.
And then we have Customer Appreciation Day. That we've got like the seminars or the workshops. We're still kind of tweaking out some of the things. So, but get it on your calendars. December 6th in Surrey, December 5th in Country Folk.
There'll be seminars, workshops,
treats. The elves dressed.
People will be here. There'll be treats.
Lots of fun. It is so much fun.
It's always a fun day.
It
is always a fun day.
It is. It's lots of fun. So get that on your calendar.
Yep.
And then we have Teach the World to Sew.
Yes, that was next. Is it next week?
I think it's next. It's the 22nd.
It's the 22nd.
Yeah, so that's next week. I don't know where November is going, or October.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, I'm in November already. I don't know
Slow
where
down.
October. Like that's
Exactly.
just. What do you mean it's October 15th already? Or like it is just, boom.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, my goodness. Yes, we're halfway through October.
Yeah, I don't know where it went.
Oh, my goodness. I'm going to start to panic now.
Oh, you're welcome. So,
Okay.
I don't know. So that's coming up. So we're going to make a really cute little tote bag. So
Yes.
bring a friend who doesn't know anything about sewing, and we will happily teach them to be addicted. I mean, enjoy the creativity.
It is, some hobbies are
Addicting?
yes. Well, most hobbies are simply by the nature of that this is what you do for fun. This sewing thing, it
So much fun.
it really is, because most of us, if you're not out at work or you're not socializing, you're probably sewing. So these are skills, and so might as well get more people into the addiction.
Yeah.
What's it gonna hurt, right?
Well, I had my class today, like the computer class, and we were talking about, like embroidery files and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I may have went a little bit overboard. I think I have something like, 3,000 or 4,000. Yeah. Wish I had known about the, organizing it beforehand. Because I am still trying to get them all organized because it takes time. Whereas if I would have done this from the very beginning.
From the get-go, I keep thinking, you know what, I'll just buy a new laptop and start over. That's
an idea.
Expensive, but it's expensive. Other than that, I still have to organize all of my embroidery designs. I don't have anywhere near what you have. Of course, I haven't been at this as long as you have, but
I haven't been at it that long. It's only been 8-9 years. It's not long.
Oh, well, then so maybe I am. But
I
didn't
just
start
went overboard.
buying designs from businesses online. Well, it was probably maybe 2018 when I started doing that. So I do have quite a bit accumulated. I have some on an old laptop I'll never be able to access because this is before I had your idea of, doing it, putting it on the cloud. So I don't know what I was thinking, but whatever. That's life, right?
All right. Okay, so we have a couple of classes, but okay, we have a ton of classes. They're just mostly full. So, people love us. And,
Yes.
it's so much fun. So there's a couple spots, like there's Serger level 1, their afternoon on the 29th in Surrey. There's one spot. There's a couple in level 2 on November 5th, Teach the World to Sew.
Yeah.
So you just check it out, what there is for classes.
Yeah, exactly. We had the Jingle Tree class last
Oh, that was fun.
my first
There's class.
step into teaching, and I learned some things. They gave me some valuable feedback, and
It was a fun class.
it was fun. Well, it's a fun thing to do.
I was going to bring my tree to show it. So I got it stitched in class and assembled in class. I just didn't get it decorated. I had some of the stuff, but so I got some of this thing, and so I took it home, and then yesterday, because my sewing room totally needs cleaning, and so I've no more room on my shelves, and I have a pile like this on the side of my desk that needs to get put away. So my goal yesterday was to sit and clean my sewing room. So I went in there, I sat on my chair and wobbled back and forth for a bit. And then I moved a couple things around. Then I emptied out my bin that I brought to class. Realized I lost my seam ripper. I have to buy a new seam ripper because what I'm doing today. And then I'm like, And then I thought, well, maybe I should decorate the tree. So then I spent the afternoon putting the stuff on the tree, making the little bows and this. And then I realized that I don't have quite enough of the decorations, so I have to go get more. But Michael's was going to be closed, so I didn't have time to go. And then fiddle farted around with that. And then I had to get ready for class today, so I had to pull-out tables to access the quilts that you'll see for demoing today. And so, yeah, my room now looks worse than before I started because I got the tree decoration stuff kind of all over the place, and then tables or my machines pulled out so I can access the. Yeah, so I didn't accomplish what I wanted to yesterday.
I find that when the thought hits, oh, okay, I'm going to go organize. I'm going to sort it out. I'm going to, make it a little bit more workable. Well, then you see something and you start, oh, well, a few minutes, I'll just work on it. And then before you know it, hours have
I didn't want to do it at all, but it needed to get done. And so, halfway through the day, I'm going, oh, the grandkids are home. Let's go to the arcade for an hour and have some grandma and grampy time. And so, I was looking for anything to get out of cleaning it.
Well, yeah. And you know what? And I know that's probably what's going on in my mind when I see a project I could work on and I just get started on that and I move on into that. So, hey, what can I say?
So what am I going to do today? Is I'm buying Zimmer purse and there's some cool fabric. Speaking of cool fabric, so there's some new backing that came in.
Oh, yes.
You got to see this stuff. So this is extra wide backing. But look at this stuff.
This is absolutely beautiful
gorgeous?
For backing.
Right.
Seriously.
So there's this one. And this one is heavy. Or I'm weak. One of the two.
Look at that. Look at that.
It is gorgeous. So it's extra wide. It's for backing. But that stuff is just...
Like, that is beautiful backing.
That is
it
beautiful
really
backing.
is. That,
you could use that for the front, too.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
From the back.
Thinking it would make some really nice bags. The butterfly.
Oh.
Yeah. Like just little, even like makeup bag, any kind of, because it's so
But even
pretty.
tote bags.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
So
very pretty tote.
We're doing Teach the World to Sew. We're doing a tote bag, so you can come learn to make the tote bag, and then you can buy some of those and make lots of tote bags for Christmas.
You can make them personalized. Or last year I made special little gift card holders, embroidered ones for Heidi and Malachi and Micaiah. And when I went in the summer, she had them sitting there on the dresser so that I could bring them back and fill them up again. So I said, you can keep them. And she says, no, take them home. Well, I send gift cards all the time.
Yeah,
so,
take them home and fill them up with more gift cards.
Well, okay, let's face it. There's one who's almost 15 and the other one's 19. Yeah. It's difficult to shop for and then ship. So this is a lot easier to send, she's Micaiah, Sephora, Sally. Mm-hmm. She thinks she's just won the lottery, right? Send Malachi a gas card and he's over the moon. So,
You're giving out gas card gift cards for Christmas? How do I get on your list?
Well, it depends on how much you think you're going to get. But, these are just the little token things that I throw in their stocking or whatever. She didn't send the stockings back. She kept those. They're personalized too.
There you go.
They're spoiled. Yeah.
They are.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So for our topic today, so a couple weeks ago we talked about taking and how to properly sort a quilt. So that kind of got us thinking so if you're going to put away a quilt, well, we might need to take it a step back and actually prepare the quilt for being put away. So we're in my house, and it's also getting time to change out the quilts for decorating. So when you have like wall hanging quilts that are up, for wall hanging, or like those little now I lost the word, little wall hangings, the smaller ones,
mini. Yeah,
the mini ones are just different ones. When they've been up for a little bit, you don't want to put them away without cleaning them.
Right.
Okay. So when you're coming across like the ones like from Kimber Bell where you've got all of the embellishments and everything else like that, the last thing you want to take and do is toss these suckers into the washing machine, because it ain't going to come out all that great. You're going to have...
Not the embellished ones.
No, you're going to lose some of the embellishments on them, and some of them, like we have things like Mylar and those things, they won't probably go well in the wash.
They won't wash well.
And then you get the shrinkage and all those other kind of things, so you'll get puckering here and there, and just... So, it's not... So what do you do when you put them away? So we're going to kind of talk a little bit on some tips on how to clean them up, to make sure that they are cleaned, and kind of freshen them up a little bit, because they've been up for a while. They probably have picked up maybe some odors, and you may not smell it now.
Because it's your house.
Well, that, and it just, but when you put it away.
And then take it out.
And you put it like in that box or whatever, and then then it'll really smell.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so I'm going to flip this over, and then I'm just going to tip this down. Okay, so you can see my quilt. All right, so this is one of the ones, you're going to probably just watch the quilt instead of me. This is one of the ones that I did a while ago. And so this has probably been hanging up in my house for probably a good 5-6 years. Because where it was hanging, it's not easily, I have to move machines to get to it and stuff. And it's kind of, make yourself at home. And so it's kind of a year-round one. So it didn't have to come down very often. But I have dogs. I probably can get enough dog hair. Here's a good example on the pillow.
That's where it's going to sit. Yeah.
Yeah, so it is filthy. So if I was to put this away this way, it would not be good. Okay, so one thing you're going to want to take and do is give it a good vacuum. Okay, so there's a couple of options. You can get these little portable ones. If you have one for your sewing machine, it probably would work as well. And so that goes on. And so you're going to vacuum and make sure you get all of this stuff. Now, as you can see, it's not really getting a lot of that hair off. So anything, a roller, those kind of things. But you want to get all the dust. So this is going to be great for dust and that. It's not going to do anything for the hair. There's like the rollers that you can get for some of those, the hair, or anything that gets the hair off.
Just a rubber glove.
A rubber glove.
Yeah.
There's a new little thing, and I'm waiting for mine to come in because I got dog hair. But you kind of go like this, and it's supposed to really. So,
I've seen that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get that, and so, but this will work in getting off, so like the dust or the hair on the top of the things. But one thing you'll notice on here, I don't know if you can see it, but I've got things that are hanging.
Yeah.
So if I get my vacuum, well, what's going to happen when I go over that? That's going to suck it up.
Yeah.
Or here, it's going to suck it and pop it up. If you get, those plastic canvases that you use for cross stitch.
Yeah.
Right? And so they've got that. If you put that down, and then, so I would put this over top of there. It's got the holes. I'm still going to get the dust, but it's not going to pick up
it's
those
not
things
going to
and
destroy
pull
those
those things. So if you've got a lot of things, I've got little buttons and those kind of things, so you can put that over top of your quilt.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Mm-hmm. I've seen other people where they put cheesecloth over the edge of their vacuum, and that kind of works a little bit, but the problem with that is the cheesecloth doesn't really have a lot of holes, and so if you get bigger dust or hair, it's just going to gum it up very quickly. So this way, it's got the air, it's going to pick up that dust, and you can put it over and protect those things. So you want to make sure you're giving both the back and the front a really good thing. You can shake them out a little bit and get some of the heavier dust off, but vacuum it really, really well. The other thing that you're going to want to take and do is check for spots. It's been up for a while. We get flies in the house, and you know what the flies leave behind or whatever. You don't want to store a quilt that has that kind of stuff on it. So you're looking for any type of stains or anything else like that, and then you just want to get a little soap and water and a little cloth, and then you'll find it, and then you're just going to clean it up. Don't use those
those Tide Pods, or not Tide Pods, the Tide Peds, they're great for getting the stain off, but I've heard after a while, because it doesn't clean off, it's just kind of almost like bleaches it.
Right, okay.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So a little bit of soap and water, and then just kind of dab at it and scrape at it a little bit, and then dab it and let it dry completely before you do that. So clean off any spots, because anything else like that, like that fly poop or anything else like that, will continue to deteriorate and break down, and it'll break down your fabric. So the more you put it in there, you just want to get rid of that.
On that line, that just made me remember, I've watched, there is a dry cleaner in the States who does videos on cleaning wedding dresses, like fragile things. And one of the things he does when he's putting the soap and water on a spot or whatever the solution is, he has a point turner.
Yeah.
And he uses that to do the scrubbing. And it gets the stain.
So you
out.
just want to be very careful. You know, if you've got some stains and then that, you want to just kind of get those stains out. There's yellowing. There's a couple of tricks. Yellowing happens when you leave your quilt exposed to sun. So if you've got it in an area where it's getting a lot of sun, you're going to get a lot of fading and a lot of yellowing. We have another thing coming up with dealing with yellowing. The last thing you want to make sure you get out of here is any type of odors. So I'm going to come sit back down so you guys aren't just hearing voices from the abyss, you know, because that's me. So what you're going to want to take and do is hang it outside, not when it's raining, but hang it out.
So you mean next April?
Yeah, next April. Hang it out for a few hours to get that fresh air and get that air flowing through it.
Right.
You can also spritz it down with a little bit of vinegar, or take a little bit of sprinkle on some baking soda. So lay it flat.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Sprinkle baking soda on it and let it sit for a little while, and then use your little vacuum and vacuum it off. But anything that will take out those odors, because you may not necessarily smell it at the moment because it's out, it's in the open. But once you pack it away, you put it in, you know, like your box, or if it's like, you know, we talked about, you know, like some bags you're okay for like short term. So if you're rotating your quilts, and so you've got like your Easter one that comes out every Easter, you've got your fall ones and your spring ones or whatever. So they're only in a bag for like a very short period of time. But when you put it in that bag and you seal up that bag, whatever odor is there, it's just going to multiply. So air it out. Let it, you know, like put some baking soda on it, you know, vacuum it down, then hang it outside and let it get some nice flow of some air and get all those smells out.
There's nothing like clothes that have hung out on the line when you bring them in, like, you know, your sheets and stuff.
Oh, yes.
It'll do the same for your quilts. Or your wall
and then so
whatever.
It's all nice and clean. There's all the dust off of it. There's no fly poop or, you know, anything else.
You avoided saying it while you were over there, and then she just threw it in.
You know, it just outside my door, my front and back door, but my front door, I don't know what it is. I swear it's like the fly factory there. We've been there for 10 years, and it does not matter what time of year. It can be like 40 degrees outside, like negative 40, minus 40, and there's still this swarm of flies outside my door. I have sprayed with bug spray. I've put fly traps out there, whatever. I don't know where they're coming from. But then as soon as you open my front door, they all come in like, oh, you know? And so it's like, I don't know. It just, 10 years. I don't know. Like we vacuum, like Ramon takes the leaf blower and blows everything. You know, there's spiders there. Obviously they're not doing anything, so they're getting evicted, but we just have this swarm that's constantly there. I don't know why it's there.
Interesting.
It just, and I googled it and everything, and there just nothing.
Okay.
So because these hang like, so when you walk in my front door, there's the stairs going up, and then there's like the railing along the top. They hang on this side of the top railing. So it covers all behind my machines or whatever, but it looks pretty. So they're right there at the front entrance. So those flies they're gonna go, oh look, make yourself at home. And so they do.
I don't know if they can read.
Well, apparently. Yeah, so clean them up. Make sure that they're going away without the dust, because the dust will break down those fabrics over a while.
Yeah.
The dog hair.
If you're going to have dogs, you're going to have dog hair. So you've got to deal with that, right? Yeah.
So get a lot of those stains, and then when you put it away, it's going to last.
And then when you bring it out, it's going to smell fresh.
Yeah, it'll smell nice and fresh, and then you can pop it up, and it's nice and clean and doesn't.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
any other tips that you guys might have on when you store things?
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely put them in the comments, and because I mean, I know everything, but some other points of view might be great too.
It helps.
It helps, but you know, we kind of do things a certain way, and then sometimes someone else goes, "Well, if you try this, I couldn't figure out how to necessarily do that."
That's right. Yeah. So somebody's got better information. Throw it out there. Let us have it, and we'll share it.
Yeah. All right. So that is Weekly Dose for this week.
And we'll see you next week.
We will see you next week.
Okay.
And yeah, it's sunny today. On filming day. It's sunny. So enjoy the sun.
Yep. Get out
because
there.
I've been looking at the long term. And it's
we're in for some rain
and heavy rain and a ton of it. So enjoy the sun while you've got it. And
still better than what the rest of the country's going to get.
Well, they had snow through the mountains in southern Alberta, and Alberta had snow all Thanksgiving.
Yep. Don't miss that.
All right. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.